very busy month. Lots of things going on, lots of great things going on. And one of the great things that is going on is Sexual Awareness Prevention Month. That is something that everyone has an opportunity to make a difference in. And I am so pleased to have Melissa Eskew with us from Safe Passage, along with Raquel, Rickey, make sure I get that right, joining us. It's always a pleasure to have you here, but you always have a serious message.
We do.
And today is no different.
Right.
So April's a busy month for sexual assault awareness, and so we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on and how people can help and some specific things that are going on in our community. So welcome to both of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
So 2017 Sexual Assault Awareness Month, their theme this year is Engaging New Voices. And so what we're wanting to do as Safe Passage is sort of just to call out to the community and have those that have a greater influence on those around them, such as teachers and mentors, college, Greek life, fraternities and sororities, faith leaders, and then just community members and parents, just calling out to them, and we just want to give examples of how they can help prevent sexual violence.
Because it does take a community to stand up against sexual violence.
Right. And we're wanting to be able to promote a community that is that teaches respect and value, and also healthy relationships, and that all helps prevent sexual violence when we as a community can come together and do that.
And some people might not realize how prevalent it is. I mean, there's some statistics.
Right.
Every 98 seconds, a man, woman, or child is raped.
Yes, in the United States. Yes. So it's a minute and a half. Every minute and a half, someone's raped, and so that's huge. So if we as a community can come together and start focusing on the healthy relationships and valuing each other, and the derogatory jokes and stuff like that, make a it would make a difference.
So let's talk about that. What could let's start with the coaches, teachers, and mentors.
Sure. So with them, teaching your students that derogatory jokes may seem harmless, but they're not. It supports disrespect, and a lot of times it supports violence. And so, it may seem funny, it may seem harmless, but it's really not. And setting clear expectations. So as far as like a code of conduct, maybe for your players, your football players, your sports players, having a code of conduct to where if, someone is catcalling or making fun of other players even concerning their sexuality, to bring that up as a teaching moment and not allow it to go on.
Hold them at a higher standard.
Yeah. And
because
if they,
a lot of people do look up to the younger age kids.
They do.
To the athletes in the schools. So.
Right, and just bringing out inappropriate behavior for them, So, and then for college life, the fraternities and the sororities have a huge impact on their college campus, and being able to maybe host awareness events, whether it's around consent or healthy sexuality, or even bystander intervention, which is something, being able to step in when you see somebody that's being harassed, or maybe you're at a party and you see somebody that's had too much to drink and someone's taken advantage of that. Step in and be able to pull them aside or get them out of the situation is huge,
If people are encouraged to do that, or have the confidence to do that, or given, almost like permission, it's good. You need to do that. That's something that you're trying to do.
Yes. Yeah. And that, if we as a community start doing that and start going that way, then it's okay to do that, and people will feel comfortable stepping up to do that.
Rather than accepting it, that just happens. Well, no, it doesn't have to.
Right, and it shouldn't.
Right.
It shouldn't, yeah. And then, as far as faith leaders go, something that they can do is collaborate with their local rape crisis center. Know what the resources are in your community so that if you have somebody from your congregation come and disclose abuse to you, that you know where to go, you know who to contact. Being able to also maybe take your staff or your volunteers, or even teach your congregation about, healthy boundaries, and even have Safe Passage is able to, or I'm sure your local rape crisis centers have people that can come out and just talk with your groups, your women's group, your men's group, your youth group at church. We go actually to youth groups a lot, and talk about teen dating violence and sexual violence, and we have curriculum that we can use too to help you walk through whether, say, sexual violence with Walking the Walk is a sexual violence curriculum that we have, and we take that into colleges and use that like with our victimology classes or sociology classes, and the students are able to walk through a scenario, and it's based on true stories, and the students are able to walk through different scenarios and have choices to make at the end of those scenarios, and those choices that they make produce an outcome. And so after they've gone through the scenarios, then we talk about the outcomes, and it helps them get a better idea of what a victim goes through in different situations.
So that's college level, or is that college?
That's college level. We can do it in high school. We just have pretty much been doing it in college. But definitely it can be done in high school. We'd love to be able to go to the high schools and do that.
I can see where that'd be very effective, because everyone has a choice.
Right, right.
And they have consequences. So
right, right. And you end up based on your choices that you make.
It's really good, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you participated in those programs as far as sharing those with the colleges?
Oh yeah, definitely, and it's super effective. I mean, and we have like little props that go with it too. So if you have children that you have to carry around and with you, and you pick up things along the way, and it really is a good tool to make you think, definitely.
So Raquel is the legal advocate. So tell us what part you play in this month and Sexual Awareness Month.
Well, as the legal advocate, if a sexual assault survivor, feels like they need a protection order against an abuser or something like that, I can help them fill that out. If they're going to court, facing your abuser alone can be so scary and so daunting, and a lot of times these cases can, drag out for, quite a while, years, sometimes. So it can be a lot of pressure, and so having somebody with you to be a support for that can be really helpful, and I'm happy to be able to do that. So, and I work with Melissa a lot. We work together quite a bit. So,
well, Safe Passage offers a lot of programs and support and that sort of thing. More importantly, trying to prevent it is our goal.
Right.
But it's good to know that there's help out there whenever something does happen.
Yeah.
And you may not even know what you need. So Safe Passage is a great place to find out things that you can do to help them.
Right,
so.
Right. Yeah, and even if you aren't assaulted, maybe you know somebody who is, and feel free to call us and talk with us about, we can give you ideas, we can give you ways to be able to be that best support to your friend or whoever is experiencing that.
One of the statistics that you shared there, it said on college level that 80% of the sexual violence is not even reported.
Right, right. And so that's why also too, we want to be able to create a community where it's safe to come out and talk about it, it's safe to report it. Because if you've been assaulted and you come out and you tell somebody and they don't believe you, why do it? You don't, why put yourself out there? So
It's
we're
hard
really
to talk about it, but whenever
right,
it's not
right,
received, that would make it very
right,
difficult.
and that's one of the things we want to get across is, if somebody discloses that they've been abused, believe them, because it is a very, very low percentage that are just saying that, you know, that it didn't really happen, you know, because we have people that'll say that, well, you know, it just doesn't really happen, you know. And so believe them, that's the main thing. You know, no matter what you really think, try to get them support and know the resources that are available to be able to help them.
Yeah. Well, April is a very springy month, but things do happen that aren't so springy. So you have lots of things planned for the month of April through Safe Passage.
Yeah. So one of the things we have planned is a women's self-defense class. And that is going to be on April 9th. It's on a Sunday evening from 5 to 7. And like I said, it's free to the public. We probably will ask for a donation, but it is free to come and enjoy it. It is in Moberly, the Martial Arts Center.
So
in Moberly.
Natalie Megan is she's a black belt instructor.
Yes.
She's very good. I must tell you, she's very good. And she will teach you things that you can really actually use.
Yes. And it's just to empower and to make you feel safer and be able to have more confidence in yourself, you know.
And some simple ways to defend
It
yourself.
is, yeah, yeah.
It's very, very good, so I would recommend that.
Yeah, we had it last year, and it was huge success. It was standing room only. It was just, it was really good.
Well, and Natalie's very serious about it. She wants to help. So.
Yes, she does.
So, very good.
So
that'll be a great
it will be, yeah. And then also, April 26th is Denim Days. So Denim Days, what that is in the 90s, there was a woman that in Italy, I believe, who had been raped, and when it went before the judge had said, long story short, that her jeans were so tight that she would have had to have help getting them off. So she could not have been raped. So the perpetrator was acquitted. And so Denim Days is based off of that. Exactly. Exactly. Denim Days is based off of that, you know, it doesn't matter what you're wearing, a rape is a rape. And so Central Methodist University's having a Denim Days at their school, and they've invited us to come out, and they're just going to have an event out there, and we'll have a table and information and stuff on sexual assault. And also a lot of times businesses, what they'll do for Denim Days is have their employees come in, and if they bring $1 in for that day, they can wear jeans. And then that money goes to a local rape crisis center. And so that's just a little something that different businesses can do and promote. That's just another way to put that out there. So
that's very good.
Yeah.
Make a little money to donate to help the cause as well. So and everybody loves to wear jeans.
Right, exactly. Right. Yeah.
Good idea.
And then what we'll be doing.
I can't imagine though.
Yes, I know. It's hard to imagine. Yeah, it is hard to imagine that. But it happens. And again, that's all part of the victim blaming that we're trying to get rid of. You know, why did she wear that? Why was she drinking? You know, it doesn't matter. Let's stop putting the focus on the victim and let's put it on the perpetrator where it belongs. And, why did he rape? Why did she rape? That's what the focus needs to be on, not what they're wearing or what they're doing.
Right.
And so some other things that we're doing is we're putting up information boards at the Randolph County Library, the Macon Library, just information out about Sexual Assault Awareness Month, get free pens and information. So putting information out in Randolph County, Macon County, Sheraton County, Howard County, just around some of our counties that we have here. So trying to spread out and get the word out. So.
Well, very good. Well, Safe Passage is a wonderful organization. You have many wonderful people working there, ready to help. You have wonderful support of the community.
Yeah.
And while April is a very springy month, this is something that everyone needs to be aware of it.
Right,
It's something that everybody can make a difference in.
They really can, One voice makes a difference, but, many voices can really really change a culture, you know, and that's what we're wanting to do, is change the culture of sexual violence, and hoping that getting the information out there will help do that. You know.
Raquel, is there anything else that you want to add? I know that.
Oh, no, I mean, I'm just, so happy to be here, and I'm happy to work with Melissa, to get the information out there for people, because I think people don't realize how prevalent it is, like we said, and, if you're not a survivor, you probably know someone who
Right.
is. So being able to provide support for them, or just even, know where to direct them for support is huge. So.
So what is the number they need to call if someone is in need of help?
So if they're in need of help, they can call the shelter, which is 660-269-8111, and they can give us a call, and we'd be happy to help.
And that's 24/7?
24/7,
Every
yes.
holiday, yep, we're there every
Yep,
day.
every day, all day long. So, yep, day and night.
Very good. Well, thank you both very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
April, sexual violence, sexual assault awareness, lots of things going on, lots of things for people to think about.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Well, thank
appreciate
you.
sharing with us, and love having you guys.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for having us
Thank you.
here.
You're welcome.